Morning guys, let me just set the camera up. I don't know why it does this every time. Okay, good morning. Right, it's Wednesday, 26th of August. I was away the weekend, so this is my first day back this week. Away with family, so yeah, just let's see what happens. It's August. It's been a bit quiet for us. For me, it has anyway. Maybe other people are taking trades, but it hasn't been the best for me. Took a few losses last week. Price action just wasn't there, but we move on. I'm going to profile the FX triad first. Let's see what the VIX is at 17.2. So normal timed edge models applies. Not expecting any expansion. We've got contraction on Monday. Yeah, we're well in within the range there on a Monday. Let's have a little look at the previous week's candle. See if we've had an expansion week. No expansion week either. We've got one candle, successes expansion in this expansion territory, but the other two, it has to be 2 out of 3 the rule. So we have got nothing to look for, but we have had a bullish close. Our probably right top 25% of the candle. We've got a 60% chance that we probably might run this high. We've got a quarterly cycle as well. You can see there on the weekly time frame. Okay, you see this is 6B is above, 6E is below, 6S is well below. So yeah, 60% chance we might take out previous week's high. So let me mark in previous week. Put in a higher weekly key level there. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in the desk, in the setup, looking what's going on. We've got news today as well, haven't we? So should be quite liquid. That is definitely not the right date. Yeah, so we've got core price index at 130. So liquidity is going to come in the market there. That would be interesting to see what happens. So there's going to be liquidity in the market today. We can also go and have a look at something else in a bit of time. But let's first go on to the bonds. Let's have a look what the bonds are doing on the daily. Bullish daily profile. So the bonds go up, yields are probably going down. That's the normal correlation. Yields down, bonds up, 6E up. So that's why we can follow on. This gives us an indication of what's coming. So if we're bullish on the bonds, we could probably expect .6E to follow suit. Still in August, last week off, can't wait to get to September, gets people coming back off holiday, liquidity, more volume in the market, and it should be, yeah, should be good. Right, back to the FX triad. I'm just going to mark out, I think we've got two assets closed above now. It's a range monthly profile, but we've hit that CRT high there. And we've taken out that high there, I think, and the weeks. Yeah, we've definitely got to close above. So because two of the assets were above, and let's get rid of that. We did have a mean reversion line in, but we don't need that anymore because we've had this explosion. We could get a reversal, but because it's the end of the month, that's profiled accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Okay, so that's the first week of the month. It's clear contraction. Right, we've accumulated. Yeah. Manipulation. We've got the manipulation below that previous week's low on 6S, and then we've got that distribution higher. We could see that it's either continue or reverse, right, on the last week of the month. We've got a 60% chance with that profile. We've got a 60% chance that this could be, in fact, either getting closed above or wick above. So that previous week's high is an area to look to do business at. No higher lows been broken, so we're still working within the range of the previous week candle. Let's drop down the time frame and let's try and find some liquidity points we can look at. Daily time frame. Okay, so we've got a range daily profile. Let's mark out the highs and lows. Range daily profile, because this candle didn't do anything within range of the last one. We didn't get a change of state of delivery above or below. So we've got no... But what we can do is use the bonds as a bullish daily profile, so that can kind of give us our lead on price. So if we have a daily cycle in, it can add as a confluence there. We've definitely got another confluence. No, none of the. We've not raided any previous day's high or low, so we are. Need to find another liquidity point. We could be working within this range of this thick full body candle, wick above or 50%. We've tapped in exactly on 6S there, so we've mitigated one. It gives us enough room to go up on the others as well. So possible no higher time frame CRT. We probably had these range bars because of the news was due on today at 1:30. That's another reason why I didn't really trade yesterday. It's Wednesday, is a high probability CRT day. That means it's high probability that we could raid Tuesday's high or low. Let's go on to 15 minutes, let's see what Asia's done. It looks like an expansion. When you're marking out on the line, you remember that the open of that candle is in, but the close is not, or whatever happened in that candle. So you disregard whatever, but the open of this candle is in. So yeah, it's just open to open. I'm going to start collecting data on the Asian range so I can have a bit more confidence in what I'm doing. This is actually a range. This is not an expansion. All assets have closed below the Asia range low, 6 hour. Let's have a look at the 6 hour. So we could be working within this tight CRT pattern here. So we don't have a clear daily. So our next liquidity point, we've got a range daily profile, so can't really do anything. I know we have the bonds are bullish, but ideally we would see some of this liquidity, some of this sell side liquidity taken out, and then go up, go and reach up for buy side. That would be my take on today. Just having a look at yesterday's price action. There was a weekly cycle. Did that? Still closed above. What time was that? 7 a.m. Interesting, that XX45 model plays out quite a lot of time. If we break above the high, if we break above the opposing extreme of the 1 hour, then we wait for the X45. It's often a reversal if we're going to move back up. And you see there, we take the low on all the candles, right? So price opens, we take the high on one of the assets anyway, and then we get this reversal, and then we get the opposing end of the range, XX45 model, and you probably could have got a setup in there on Tuesday. Never mind. But for today, we're looking at previous day's high or low. I've just marked out on 6S because that's the closest. But they've got some that has swept that, so we've got this resting liquidity here as well. Nothing to do at the moment though. We'll range daily profile. We've had a range in Asia. Maybe you might find that this might have to go into waiting for the news to come out. While we're here, 7:07. While I'm here, I'm just going to do let's just have a look at the index market so you can see my screen. So we did get the close above on the monthly. You've got a range monthly profile. But we got the close above, which equals higher prices. On the first candle, we haven't really done a lot after that. So with expansion, contraction, now we're having a manipulation. So this should distribute maybe lower. Previous week's low has been raided though. Gonna mark in a monthly mean reversion on that. Just see if that could be a target. Oh, we've already worked out. So it's only on ES that we can come into the monthly mean reversion. Okay, so bearish weekly profile. So it's continuation or reversal, but if we profile the month, we've had expansion on the first week, contraction, manipulation above, right, and so we could probably expect this to continue. We've got a CRT pattern here. Yes, we haven't quite taken out that level of liquidity there either. Bearish weekly profile. NQ and ES traded below. So we can mark out the weekly MR. It's okay, so we can keep an eye on that. So we're expecting distribution. NQES have traded below previous week's low. Let's drop down to the daily time frame. Range. So we've got a range daily profile, so we need more confluences in order to take a trade than we would normally. Look for. Like I say, I think this is all gearing up for the news release at 1:30. No CRT there. Just looking for a higher time frame 3-candle model. So we've got the weekly, bearish weekly model there, haven't we? So go on the 15-minute. Let's profile Asia. Looks like a nice range to me. Pushed up and pushed down. If we're contracting in Asia, we can probably expect manipulation in London. Manipulation with expansion. What follows contraction is expansion. 1 hour. Quite the opposite, actually. We are expanding in Asia. Okay, so now if we've had a clear expansion in Asia, we can expect London to contract, right? Accumulate. We're not. If you've had a large range move, it follows by a small range. That being said, our range daily profile, going to mark out. Don't start trading NQ and the index try till 8 AM. Look, we're in range at the moment. Nothing I really want to do. Same as the FX market. Just having a look at yesterday's price action properly. I was monitoring it on my phone, but yeah, it's not quite the same as 2 49-inch screens. Normal setup in the desk. Mark Asia high. Something to monitor. We need to start breaking something in order. We need to take opposing liquidity in order to give us a trade idea. So until that happens, we've got no trades. And it looks pretty quiet on 6E as well. So we've got key event risk. The dollar 130. Let's have a little look at investing.com, see what's going on. Yeah, so we've got the PCE inflation. So in August, the liquidity dries up so much. I think my new thing for me to do is just trade around macro events and the opens 7, 8, 9. Don't do extended hours and anything around news release. Yeah, we had that. The yields raised last week, didn't we? That's why we saw the bonds go up and 6E go up as well. So if you're looking, oh wait, I've changed the screen, I forgot. If we're looking at 6E, probably, or the index, FX tribe, we've got 6B racing down to this low now, which is, it's drawing into these lows. So yeah, maybe we might get something. The weekly cycle that happens before the news often follows. So if this does happen and we do get, we're bullish on the bonds, remember. So if we do get a bullish signal below, and it trades below Tuesday's low, we can look to take this higher. But we still need that liquidity to go. Ideally, we'd clear that low here as well. Get all of this sell side liquidity. If we tap into that, even better. How many ticks off are we? 7 ticks. Let's bring up GU. Yeah, GU is about the same. It's got the same. Okay, that's me for the morning markup. I'm just gonna, now it's a waiting game. If anything comes up, I'll jump back on. Look to be on around 8 AM. Watching these levels here on 6B. See if we trade below old lows in order to take the high, or at least 50% of the range. Alright guys, it's timed edge. I'm going to leave for a moment. Just get a